Welcome everybody, we are here. It is the semifinals of the TQ Invitational. We are in a very, very cool game. It's going to be LGZelniq, the Zerg on the right, going up against NOVAstalife, the Terran on the left. It is Scrap Station, it is Zerg Station, because StarLife won the last game. Zelniq decided to pick this map. I'm TQ Xander, and along with me is the ever beautiful
TQ Atticus, and thank you for the intro, Xander. I'm always glad to be casting with you again, and having a good time so far in your Invitational. I'm glad to be casting StarLife again as well.
We have seen a lot of StarLife, especially his TVT, which is ridiculous, by the way. Rarely do you ever see somebody be so dominant in a mirror matchup. And dominant.
Yeah, StarLife, more than anything else, I actually think he seems more comfortable in TVT, as I've seen him do every single point of the tech tree in a single match.
Yeah, and it works. I think we've seen him lose, 2 TVTs, maybe?
Oh, very rarely.
And those are so rare. I think one was like a proxy Thor rush, where there were like 3 Thors that had to go into his base before he finally died.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was... StarLife's good. We'll put it that way. StarLife's good.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah, and so now Xel'Naga is also really good. I'm curious to see what he has planned for this map. It seems like he's going to go for a 15 hatch, throwing down his drone at the perfect timing, having it almost have no idle time before it morphs into a hatchery. That is impressive.
Yeah, you want to move out, depending on map distance, you want to move out anywhere from when you have about 190 minerals to 200 minerals, just so your drone really maximizes. Other than that, you can always pull a drone right as it gets minerals back to the main.
Yeah, alright, and now, let's see, spawning pool goes down fairly soon after the hatchery. I'm definitely curious to see what StarLife is going to do. I'm definitely expect the factory to come out fairly soon. Once he gets 100 gas, probably going to go for a Hellions again, as that does seem to be his really strong point in TVZ, is just eliminating any chances of Zerglings with Hellions.
Yeah, a Hellion drop like we saw in the last game, of course, going to be even stronger on this map, as the air distance is almost nothing compared to most.
Yep, Xel'Naga does have a... Okay, never mind, it's not idle anymore. But definitely want to see how this is going to go. Xel'Naga, I'm really curious about his lair timings. His lair timings have been weird, to say the least. Getting them... He's going to get his lairs later and then really soon, but not really able to capitalize on them because of the fact that StarLife's been able to get a lot of Marines out. It's just really interesting to watch his deviations.
Yeah, it seems almost like he's waiting until he deflects the first Terran push to get a lair.
How do you feel about that? Because you are a Zerg player.
Well, I don't know. It really depends. Going lair that late, if you don't scout well enough, can just kill you outright if they decide to go Banshees instead. Yep,
and we actually have a Roach Warren going down, so Xel'Naga, I don't like this. I'm just going to flat out say that, because Xel'Naga's ZVT Roach play have failed him against Duffman pretty horribly. Duffman just got a few Marauders out, and he was able to kill an infinite amount of Roaches. And I'm really curious to see how StarLife's going to handle it. StarLife, I do believe, is better than Duffman, so I think Duffman's ability to deflect the Roaches is really going to bode poorly for Xel'Naga. That was really bad English. My English is failing today.
It's okay.
Ugh.
This is going to be, with Roaches, Xel'Naga is going to have a little bit of a window to where the Terran is more vulnerable and unbeknownst to the play. And, yep, like I was mentioning before, StarLife is producing reactored Hellion.
Yep, and now...
Going to get scouted by this Ling, chasing down this SCV. Will he get the SCV? No.
Oh my god, one more hit of the SCV and then we've gone down. And Duffman actually just messaged me back saying thank you for the invite to the tournament. I thank him for playing. He is an incredibly beastly Terran, and his games were pretty good.
Yep, and thank you again to Duffman from me. I at least got to cast one of his games, so thank you.
Yep, and here we go. Roaches are going to completely deny these Hellions. One goes down, and whoa, that was one really long acid spit get to that Hellion.
Yep, this is going to be one of those moments where StarLife, our Terran player, goes, whoa, this is not what I was expecting, and now is going to have to pull back Gonna try to loop around with this Hellion, though, and head to the base, see if he can do any kind of damage with them, as he knows he can't use them to fight the roaches.
Yep, and he instantly created a Marauder. He knows what to do against those roaches. He's getting Stim up. He's getting another barracks. He's realizing that he's going to have to do something against the roaches. For increase the barracks count by building another 2 barracks, actually. Wow, he really wants to increase the barracks count.
Yeah, Zelniq, though, not moving these roaches over, but not making anything near enough to do any real damage.
Yeah, but here we go. 3 Hellions are going into the main base of Xel'Naga. This could be deadly. Xel'Naga is running away his drones, but that could just be lining them up to die to the Hellions. There is. One goes down. Another one's going to go down. I think Xel'Naga just targeted a drone. That was...
Xel'Naga doing a good job of spreading his drones out, though. Oh, grouping them back up. Oh, no, don't let him get hit.
But he's still using his roaches well to push them away. These Hellions are still doing a lot of damage, at the very least just from being in the base for so long. This is pretty powerful, it seems, all that Zerg does.
Zell doing a good job of controlling his drones, but not so good at controlling his units to kill the Hellions off.
Yep, and StarCraft is actually now expanding in the midst of all this. His orbital command did finish. He's now bringing that down to his natural expansion. With his Marines and Marauders down here at the choke to defend himself. Xel'Naga, let's see, how much damage did he just take? You can see he lost a lot of drones, actually. He's now only ahead in the drone count by 10. StarCraft's got a fairly good saturation. He will be able to continue to produce these SCVs, get his economy really booming with the mules. And he should be okay, but look at this. Xel'Naga's actually going to break down the middle rocks.
StarLife is letting himself get supply blocked a little bit too much. This tech switch seems to have thrown off his macro. But now it looks like, he's getting his macro back in gear. Has a starport down now for medevacs, which he should have had a little bit earlier if he wanted to do drops, but showing a little bit different style. Yeah,
but look at this. He really wants to get his Marines out. He's got 4 reactor barracks being produced right now. 4 reactors are going down. That is a little bit obscene. A little bit more than obscene.
Roaches, after a certain number of Marines are reached, are not going to do just about anything to medevac Marines.
Yeah, and here we go. A lot of Marines and Marauders going down here. Xel'Naga does pull back that Roach in time. However, he does have an Overlord that he's just going to hand to StarLife, saying, please take out some of my control over my units. But now here we go. StarLife actually has control of this watchtower on the bottom with a 1 hit point Hellion. Interestingly enough.
A good thing to do with a Hellion that can't really fight.
Definitely. You might want to just repair it instead of making the fight, but we'll see what goes on. We do have still constant SCV productions have brought StarLife to 38 SCVs to the 48 drones. And let's see, Aspire did just complete for Xel'Naga as well as his Baneling Nest.
Yeah, Xel'Naga looks like he wants to break down these rocks, but now pulling back, it seems like he can't decide whether or not he wants to commit to attack, tech, or macro. A little bit of indecision.
And that actually might hurt him, as StarLife seems to be committing to just killing him with Marines. But yeah, look at this. StarLife's macro is kind of failing. You can see that he does have a supply drop depot, and he's supply blocked again.
Yeah, a little bit unusual for StarLife. He's normally very, very well done on his macro.
Yeah, he's actually not even producing a supply depot right now. Something is up with him right now. I don't think he's...
Yeah, it looks like he's using a call down.
Yeah, he kind of has to. And there he's producing 3 supply depots up there in the top right. And now Xel'Naga is starting to press these destructive rocks. If StarLife just moves his Marines up, he can actually start killing off these Zerglings really efficiently because they can't get through the rocks until that goes down. But whoa, Banelings!
Yep, here come a lot of Banelings, and he's going to use these to try to break StarLife's front. StarLife doesn't have that many units, and nothing in this bunker. This could go really bad depending on how well these Banelings are used, because Xel'Naga does have a lot of forces committing to the attack, and here come the Lings.
This is going to be big. A lot of Banelings. They're actually be able to destroy that. Oh my God, they're destroying everything. Yeah, they're destroying everything.
Poor control from StarLife.
Ooh, poor control. What control?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Allowing the few Lings that were there to whip around the back of his units, and only then trying to retreat and not being able to go anywhere as the Banelings completely wipe them out.
And the Banelings don't even have centrifugal hooks. They're just normal Banelings, and they are... Oh, but there's a big drop in the back. StarLife is actually doing a lot of damage. That's why he wasn't controlling, because he was dropping. What are we doing not having faith in StarLife's beastliness? That is blasphemy on our part. There it is.
Well, still, even then, there's a lot of stuff in Zelniq's base, and this drop is going to get cleaned up by Lings and drones.
And there's GG.
And there's the GG.
So
Good game
StarLife.
from both players.
Yeah, StarLife taps out. ZelNiq is moving on to the third game of this little series.